To say August was a busy month for us would be a wild understatement. But the thing is, we feel so fed and so full from this past month. We wouldn't have it any other way. After 4 months of planning, working, and much anticipation, we finally completed the tiny house and have slowly started to make it our home, which feels beyond surreal. Ready?
Yep. So this is the mostly completed tiny home. I'm gonna give you the tour. We really like the feel of wood instead of drywall or manufactured stuff. So it was cool when my dad moved away. He had a giant pile of locally milled hardwoods. We were able to collect all that, bring it over, and it's black walnut, oak, maple, cherry, and then we ended up buying some cedar. But everything in here is, except for the walls, everything else, even the floor, is all that pile of hardwood. So you've got the countertops are black walnut, and then the windows I trimmed out in, I believe it's cherry, could be maple, but I think it's cherry. And then this countertop here, this is oak with black walnut around the outside. And this is oak, the stairway, all the walls we just bought from a guy down the road. It's all just eastern white pine and gives a nice bright feel in here. And then the floor is all of the hardwood, and it's a mixture of everything kind of thrown in.
So since I spend most of my time in the kitchen, it felt really important to me that even though it's a tiny house, I didn't want the kitchen to feel tiny and cramped. So I really wanted a lot of counter space. We went with just a single tub sink with the drying, the draining, whatever this thing is called, we wanted it. And then, so originally we were gonna put the fridge here, but then we just realized it was gonna close off this whole corner. So now this will be the main working area. Get some good breeze here. So this shelf right here is gonna be all of my canned food, herbs, spices, flour, baking goods. We're gonna have another shelf that's identical to that right here as well. And then underneath here, we are eventually going to put some nice wooden doors. So this will be all covered, but Adam built a really nice shelf. We might do another shelf underneath as well. And that's where we're gonna put all of our small kitchen appliances like the blender and things like that. This space right here is another working countertop, but it's also our kitchen table. So we have 2 stools that will go under here, and this is where we can eat. And then this also extends over to this countertop over here, which will be my desk, where I will work and have my computer. Ta-da! That's the kitchen.
So the only room in the house is the bathroom, and Cassidy wanted it to look like an outhouse a little bit, so we got a little crescent moon on here, and I would invite you to come in, but it's a little tight. So what we got here is the shower is over here on this side, and so we had an area in the middle, so we put the corner toilet here tucked in the corner, and the composting toilet. So just pull the bucket out there, we'll be putting sawdust in, and stays in there. More oak, black walnut. My door doesn't stay closed. I don't know why. It used to. Can you squeeze in here?
Yep.
All right. Come on in. Oh, we found a shower that fits in the corner perfectly. So we did all cedar in here. That way you get that nice cedar smell when you're showering. Had to have the bidet. And so it's cool because it closes around like. Guys, he's got some herbs in here. Did that, and then to kind of mimic the shower, we have shelves over here that are rounded just like the shower are, so it echoes that. So, this is the loft, and as you can see, it's a little bit short, but I had to have it this short to fit within the road height limitations when we move it onto our property. So when we get there, we'll cut it right here and then pop this whole thing up when it gets into its permanent spot. And then so we'll have the bed up here and there'll be a tight squeeze. And as you can see, come over here, a visitor up here. This is, we took her bed away, but Juniper is in her favorite spot in here. She's sleeping hard.
Junie.
Hey.
Junie.
Look at this. Because I hate sleeping like I'm feeling like I'm sleeping in a box. So we did 2 windows because the bed will be right here. So we can get a cross breeze out here. And we did awnings over all the windows, most all of them. That way we can leave them open when they're raining. Yeah.
So this is the living room, and as you can tell, we wanted it to be quite spacious feeling. So this is really it's like half and half with the living room and the kitchen for the whole tiny house. We've got our tiny couch. Over here, it's not installed yet because it hasn't arrived yet, but this is where we'll have our wood burning stove. So that'll come out like this. Adam will probably send, aren't you gonna like send the pipe this way? Yeah. We've got our high bookshelf up there. So that's where we're gonna put some plants and some books. It needed to be a little tall so that you don't hit your head when you come up here, but all you have to do is just come up here and grab what you want. We really wanted a huge window actually on both sides, but mainly the south-facing wall, so that you get a nice view of the woods or wherever we end up moving it. Adam did a very nice job framing out the windows with the wood. Yeah, and then we've got our Edison bulb lights that can dim for cozy lighting, which is really, really nice. That was really important to both of us. And then over here, we've got a nice corner long bookshelf where we can also put some plants. And eventually we'll have a nice little wooden coffee table here that will fold up and slide under the couch so that you can put that away. You might be wondering what this is. This is for our fur friends, our 2 kitties, so they can let themselves in and out because that's important to us. They have free range, so the screams of a guinea hen. Yeah, and then obviously we'll get some curtains and stuff and it'll be great. But that is the living room. And we've got these beautiful hardwood floors that Adam and I sanded endlessly and polished. That came out pretty nice.
And that's it.
That's it.
Home.
I think that's it. One of the highlights from August was getting to celebrate my mom's 60th birthday with a disco-themed backyard party. We had way too much fun, and it was so sweet to be with family. Chest hair. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, love, the Woodland Folk.